Never miss another live stream again. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and click see all notifications. That's the motherfucking deal, Sauce Nation. It's your boy Ed Honcho, aka Houston Homeboy, the Houston Homer, Senior Saucy, however you want to call it. This is Sauce Sports. Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas Homer channel if you're not familiar. So that means we talk about all sports, but only Houston. And with that being said, let's just get into when we talking about the Texans today. We inside NRG. Today is Trending Texans Tuesday. I need to get back, more consistent with that. And just talk about, who's trending up and who's trending down after the last game. And let's just get on it. So definitely, let's just start with the bad news first, and then end this stuff on a good note. So we definitely know the defense is trending down with the loss of JJ and Whitney, and I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to do a video about it, and so I just didn't want to talk about it. Cause y'all know I'm a guy. I love defense, and that hurts. That hurts. But it's you got to take the good with the bad. This just may be a changing of the guard. It just may be a transition that's happening. And, I hope it doesn't revert back to a situation, that we had in years prior, before the the Bill O'Brien regime. And, where we had a potent offense, we had a solid offense, and defensively we weren't capable of doing anything. Now I don't see that happening. We still got Clowney, we still got McKinney, we still got some other decent guys. And I'm not, Cole, Cunningham, they're rookies, so they're going to make mistakes, but they've been playing well. We just, Kamalu's not bad, and some of the other guys, and I'm just, everybody's name's not coming to me right here at the moment because I get to think about it, start thinking about all the good they did, and that they're being gone. So you're talking about that since 2014, the leading pass rushing duo as far as having sacks in the league. So yeah, that definitely hurts, and that's considering JJ wasn't here last year, so that tells you something. It's just unfortunate, I'm just curious as to see what happens. I think somebody's going to emerge from the rough. I like that Kamalu kid, so I definitely want to keep an eye on him and see what shakes from there. But let's just talk about, a couple other things. Trending down, special teams. We got I like Chris Thompson, I like that addition. We were looking good, what was that, last week or so? But then it just definitely, we had a little bit of a decline now. You can attribute that to guys that, Kansas City has, there's some speed guys, very good at what they do. But then even that situation with Conley, he almost would have broke if it wouldn't have been for, his Achilles situation. So, I think special teams took a drop, and then we have a secondary situation. But that's been something that we've been dealing with for quite some time, and we've been talking about. We just got to clean it up back there. I don't expect our secondary to come out and just be the greatest. At this point in time, you're not going to find too many guys that you can plug in, coming off the street or wherever, that are going to maybe do an adequate job as far as what you need. So, you got to kind of be content with what you got and hope that it holds. But we got to figure something out with that situation. I definitely think next year we definitely need to be leaning. We need to be looking that way in the draft, early in the draft. Okay, so the bad's out the way. Let's talk about the good. Let's get on the good shit, the exciting shit. A couple of things. Number one, which we all know, Watson is officially, he's not even officially Watson's been official. I think after the Titans game it was official, but Watson is the real deal. Regardless of how you look at it, the dude keeps playing, keeps fighting to the end. He treats it like, hey, we always in the game, and that mentality is the mentality that you want to have. So I don't care, if you get down, you don't see great comebacks from players who give up. You know what I mean? So you've seen these epic comebacks and these, coming from behind, that epic Brady comeback. You got to have the mentality like you're never out of this. Otherwise, if you give up, if you already feel like it's an overwhelming task to accomplish, then you're out of that. That's a championship mentality. And I like that. And I hope that becomes infectious with this team. And I hope everybody saw that. And I hope everybody is buying into Deshaun Watson and what he has going on, and I hope that locker room is still stimulated, even though it was a loss. They should still be excited about the potential and what the future brings. With Deshaun Watson at the lead. So I take back everything I said about Savage life and wanting Deshaun to develop. Definitely, he learns trial by fire. Shit, he don't get burned. So 5 touchdowns, no picks. You got to respect that. No matter how you look at it, you got to respect that. Trending up, Will Fuller, since his return, has definitely been a viable asset. Has definitely contributed. 2 games, 4 touchdowns. One of the league leaders. Not number one, but he's up there. I think tied for maybe second or third, something like that. Third, I believe. And just coming back and only playing a few games, and so that chemistry with Fuller and Watson is great. It's definitely already developed. So that seemed like it's almost plug and play. Made a great catch, still a little bit of a chest catch, but he secured it, and that's all that counts. So they definitely have a connection going, and that's good to see. That's awesome. So that's something to look forward to. Your first round pick last year and your first round pick this year, having some cohesion. You can't ask for more than that, especially with them being guys that hopefully will be working together for quite some time. So hopefully we'll look forward to seeing this Watson to Fuller connection for quite some time in the future. Lamar Miller had a solid game. I think Lamar Miller's trending up. I think they're finally using Lamar Miller the way he needs to be used. I think he had 15 for something like 75, something like that. That's almost close to 5 a carry. I think something like that. And so you gotta like that. Of course, not 100 yards rushing, but if you're getting 5 yards to carry, then you definitely can't complain about that type of production. Now, of course, it hasn't been necessarily that consistent, especially with all the complaints we've had about the line and everything like that. But you can't scoff at that. He definitely ran pretty well the other day. So I'd like to see more of that. I think that, Deshaun Watson brings the ability to open things up. I think Fuller's return has opened things up for Miller. And like I say, because now you have to respect everything that, that this offense can bring to the table. It's not a one-dimensional situation. So, all these pieces coming back together are definitely open up that offense. So that offense, we're going to put that on the trending up list too as a whole. Another guy that we hadn't talked much about, and a guy that is another kind of low-key personal favorite of mine, Steven Anderson. Hybrid tight end type guy. Definitely need to use him more, I think, as a receiver. Give him more opportunities to get his hands on the ball, because when he does, he seems to make solid plays. I like what he brings to the table. I think that was an amazing catch that he made. He had to really get out there and get it in a crowd. And so if he can make those kind of contested catches, I think you gotta look his way a little bit more often. You don't want to be in those situations all the time, and that's not something you want to hope to have to do very often. But I think you gotta consider getting Anderson some more touches on the ball. So I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you implement it, but you do. And another trending up, I want to get the last one. I'm gonna give it to B.O.B. I know people are having mixed opinions. When we win and Deshaun balls out, y'all are loving it. Even when we come closing it, then some people are still, fire B.O.B. I don't understand it. I think you can see the kid has chemistry with B.O.B. and obviously it's working. So you don't do that. You don't upset what's working right now. And I still think B.O.B. is a solid coach with or without the Deshaun Watson thing happening. But Deshaun Watson definitely makes him a better coach. These great coaches that we all talk about all had a great player that got them there. Belichick has his Brady. You know what I mean? And I can't think of who else. If you want to look at basketball for a reference, Phil had Kobe. He had Michael. Phil wasn't that great of a damn coach. He just had greats playing for him. So, B.O.B. and Deshaun Watson, that might be that combination, and I'm not saying that. I'm not putting B.O.B. in hoodie status yet, but I'm just saying that might be the connection that we need. But I like the fact that he's adapting the playbook to Deshaun's strengths. He's not trying to mold him into this thing immediately. He's like, okay, we want to win. Well, then this is what we're going to have to do. And I'm sure it feels good when those things pan out and they work successfully. I saw him try to do some trickery. Some of those plays worked. Some of that shit did not. And my thing, though, is that I'm not mad at B.O.B. for trying some new things, adding some new wrinkles, and implementing some stuff that we've never seen before that, was not originally there, and trying to play to cater to Deshaun's strength. So I give B.O.B. that for being flexible, being malleable with his play calling, and adjusting. So, how this goes. Sauce Nation, y'all are most flavorful motherfucking ingredients. Y'all already know how this goes. I need to know what y'all think. Who's trending up and who's trending down? Who do you think is going up in that Texans locker room? Who do you think's staying kind of stagnant? Who do you think is falling? Who's losing some flavor? You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to know how y'all feel about the JJ and Merciless situation. I didn't do a whole, I was going to do a whole video on it, but I just couldn't, man. That shit had me. I was mad. It was a mad Monday for me, so I didn't drop no sauce. Hope y'all checked out that new Visionary. That new Visionary Deshaun Watson video is dope. Make sure y'all check that out. Outside of that, you know, we're going to have the Browns video coming up. I'm definitely going to have some flavor coming up. I'm talking about them damn Browns. But other than that, man, I'm going to get up out of here, but you know what it is. It's Facebook.com, Sauce Sports, SauceSports.com. If you want to catch me on Twitter, it's Sauce Sports HTX. You can catch me at The Real Ed Honcho on Instagram and Twitter if you're just fucking with your boy Honcho. You can catch me at HonchoSaucy on the Xbox action. So, like I say, with that being said, man, I'm a chunk of a deuce. Excuse me, Sauce Nation. Y'all stay saucy. See, I would start burping and shit at the end of the video. Y'all stay saucy, man. Y'all be cool. Y'all are the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world. And I appreciate all the new subscribers that have been coming lately since Deshaun been balling. Got love for y'all too. Y'all new fresh ingredients. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all drop y'all's flavor in the comments. Get with the program. Understand the flavor. But that being said, like I said, deuce up. Sauce Nation, y'all stay saucy. Your boy Ed Honcho. I'm out.